Yo, back with another video. I got my heathen with me this week. Say what up, man.
What's up?
You ain't even gonna let the people see you? You're just gonna hide in the corner? Well, I got some help. My son on spring break this week. He been out here with me pretty much all week, helping me, hold it down, dropping landing gears, closing trailer doors, hooking up the airlines, doing the whole nine, right? Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to jump in. I know a couple people asked me, they wanted me to go over a couple topics. You guys want to ask me about lease purchase versus being a company driver. What was my experience as lease purchase? Who did I lease purchase through? Yo, you gonna turn the TV on in the middle of my video? I'm gonna have to edit that out. I need not pause it. But yeah, so I was company driver for about 6 years. I did local and OTR. Ran teams. Me and my wife ran teams together. Ran teams with a couple other people before my wife got her CDL. And I was running local for a company doing flatbed, and we were running New York. The pay was amazing. Probably one of the easiest jobs I had, besides riding through New York City, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, every part of it. I loved it because it really built up my skills as a driver. Being aware, city driving, probably some of the most hectic, and you'll just get a headache, dealing with the people every single day on the road. But it wasn't that bad. Once I got used to it, you start to learn the city. It became more and more easy. Yeah, in the middle of my video, duh, it started to get a little bit easier. And then, as time progressed, I wanted to become an owner-operator. So I looked around. There was a couple companies that I was checking out that I was going to go through. I almost made a terrible mistake and went with US Express. I didn't go there. I went on, some of the Facebook groups and just kind of look at some of the things people were saying about the company, things, lease purchase drivers were complaining about. And there was two companies that caught my eye that when I went into the groups, I always seen like some pretty positive feedback. Occasionally, I let it, you get some bad feedback. I let some of that stuff slide because people only take their time out of their day to complain about stuff. When people's doing good, the reviews, they never reflect it because people don't take the time out when they're doing good to say a good thing about it. Unless they're asked to. But if somebody's having a terrible experience, the first thing they're gonna do is go online and tell everybody, oh, my paycheck was crappy. They fired me because I crashed or whatever else. They always look for, they're gonna go there. So sometimes you gotta weed out the bad reviews and then try to find, the good ones and see what type of driver are you and what is be a good fit for you. So I started thinking about, I was doing flatbed at the time, company. I was running New York, so Nova Lines was definitely one of the ones I was looking at, and the other company was Dart Transit. I was doing flatbed for a while, and I was like, man, do I really want to do OTR flatbed in the winter? Do I want to deal with that to try to get a truck? I didn't think I did. So Dart Transit was it. I ended up going to Dart. Dart was, it was great. The truck I did get when I got it, these are used trucks, 400,000 miles on these trucks and up. The payments were good. I think I was paying $1,600 to $1,700 a month for my truck, which is not terrible. It did come with like a warranty. We're gonna get into. I got to get further down the story of what happened with that. So in the beginning, man, the loads were coming in back to back. I was making great money, man. I wasn't embarrassed to tell. I jumped out on a limb when I went out there to go lease a truck, and my wife was like, what are you doing? And I explained to her, I could do this. So in the beginning, man, it made me look real good. Like I knew what I was talking about because the money was coming in. But 6 months down the line, they switched my fleet manager. I got some dude that he didn't know crap about trucking. I don't know. It must have been his first day as a dispatcher ever. And my loads just got worse and worse and worse. So from there, what are you trying to show me? What?
You got 195 followers now.
Oh, okay. They're subscribers, and they're subscribing because I'm giving them information. But he follows the channel, so he went to go ahead, tell them what they need to do. Like him.
And subscribe.
Go ahead. They can't see you.
You need to like and subscribe.
If y'all can, I appreciate it. If it's not too much, if you don't want to, keep it moving, take the information. It's whatever to me. But yeah. So got a dispatcher, man, and it just started to go like downhill, man. It was like I was broke every single week, and I was just running to make truck payments. And from there, this is where the worst happened. I was stacking up my money as far as my maintenance account. My maintenance account looked real good. I probably had about 12 or 14,000 somewhere in between there in my maintenance account. And I thought, man, my maintenance account, whatever could go wrong, I'm good. I only got 2 more months to pay this truck off, right? And plus, the balloon payment at the end. I think my balloon payment was only $10,000 or $7,500 or something like that. Nothing that was a big deal. I'm like, I got 2 more payments. I'm working my payment 2 more months, and I got 12 grand in there. So the rest of this truck, it's a cakewalk. I'm about to be an owner operator in 2 months. Went to go pick up a load. I get to the go back up underneath this trailer, and the truck won't go. It won't go. It's just revving and revving. It won't go backwards. I could only go forward, and I only had 3rd gear, and that's all. I had to creep all the way back. So I'm thinking my truck went into limp mode, and small fix. Even if it took the whole 12 grand, I could come up with the 7,500. But the truck ended up. It needed a transmission, clutch. The motor was out, and I did all the maintenance, oil changes, tires. Like, if you see my truck, I'm gonna post a picture of my truck right here. I guess that in that time frame right here. Man, I kept up with my truck, man. It was like it made the calendar in dark because like I took care of my truck more than I took care of it more than I did my personal car, because I knew this was going to be what I thought was going to be my income. So from there, the truck, they told me it was going to be like 26,000 to fix. I didn't have it in the maintenance account. So they came to me, gave me an offer, said, hey, won't you just sell it? Everyone seems to know you here at DART. You got a good personality. We want to hire you to come in and do orientation. I'm like, okay, well, that's a local job. My wife take it. I'm tired of being on the road. I'm tired of you being broke. This ain't like you. You look miserable because you're trying to get this truck. Take it, sell the truck, take the money. So sold the truck. They, sold it as is. They cut me the check. I had a full-time job, office job at that. We'll get to that in another video about what happened at that office job. Some of you who know me, who watching this video, are all wondering why I'm not with DART anymore and why I'm not in the office. We'll get to that. Long story. So after that, yeah. Moral of the story is company versus lease. If you're gonna lease, I'm gonna put it this way. If you're gonna lease, there's only one reason why you're leasing. Your credit's bad. And it is what it is. If you had good credit, I would say put the money down, go get the truck. Leasing is all you're doing is you're financing the truck in reverse. That's all it is. Instead of putting the money down up front, you're putting the money down on the back end. And it's the same thing. You're still doing the same payment. Some of these companies got pretty good payments. DART was pretty good payments. But other than that, it was they were 17. No, we was paying. Yeah, I was paying with DART. I was paying $1,700 a month, which is not bad. But the truck, you you get what you get. But if you're gonna lease and you're going that route, what I would say to you is, if you don't have at least 10 grand saved up, just go company till you save up that money, stack that money up. It'll give you that cushion for those rainy days. I believe that's the best option. I don't see nothing wrong with leasing. I don't see nothing wrong with any route in trucking that you go, unless you're getting jerked and you're just letting somebody jerk you for your money for as long, there's 1,000 trucking companies out here. Any of them will pick you up, long as you're not smoking, long as you ain't, been in no accidents, you ain't no pedophile. Other than that, they gonna pick you up. Somebody gonna take you. So don't take no bullshit from nobody in this trucking industry. It's a little bit different. If you're new to the trucking industry, it's different than any other job you can think of. It's not like you gotta put in an application. Yeah, you put in an application, but the application is just, I don't even know why we put it in. It's just to get your information, because they're gonna take you. So this is a little bit different. Trucking company, they'll find you before you have to look for a job. So don't take no crap from no company. Like I'll walk out. There's some trucking companies that some of you might know me from this trucking company. I ain't gonna say who they was, but I think I stayed 2-3 weeks and I was gone, and I was working in the office. So there's really, I just wanted to put my insight on there before I went to bed, because I promised I'll make this video. I actually promised I was gonna make 2 videos a week, but me and my son, we've been kicking it, doing videos. We've been flying drones and just out here on the road, just enjoying it. So I'm enjoying it with my son, and yeah, I wanted to make that video. There's no wrong avenue, but that would be my insight. If you're gonna lease from a company, make sure it's a reputable company. Do your due diligence when you're picking your truck. Make sure the payments are right, the insurance. Make sure that they got a good maintenance program, and have some money saved up. Don't go into it like I did. I went in bare bones broke, and it wasn't like I wouldn't say I was broke. I was bill broke. I had a lot of my bills was more than what I was making when I went lease, which ended up making you bill broke. But my other job, I was making some good money, so it kind of like weighed out, because I had a little bit saved up, but not as much as I should have. I should have had a little bit more saved up, and it would have gave me that cushion for those rainy days, and I think it would have went a lot smoother. But yeah, definitely try put some money away. Go company till you put that money away. There's nothing wrong with company. I'm back company, and there's no shame in my game about it. It is what it is. Eventually, when I get back on my feet, and God willing, things go the way I wanted to go, then I'll be back an owner operator once again. Well, on my way to being an owner operator. I wasn't there yet, because I say ain't nobody an owner operator till your truck paid off. Whether you're leasing or you're financing through a bank, it ain't your truck till it's paid off. So nobody's an owner operator until then. So you're going in this industry, you're gonna see a lot of your guys that's financing the truck through a dealership, thinking they better than the guy who leasing. It's the same thing. You just paid up front, they paying on the back end with the balloon payment. Same shit. But yeah, that's my video, man. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Yeah, whatever route you go, just make sure you put some money away, because that's what we all in this for, is to make some money and make better lives for ourselves. I'm out.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.